For a deeper insight on the market, we're now joined by money man Scott Phillips, Chief Investment Officer for Motley. Good evening, Scott.
Good evening, Kate. Good to be with you.
Indeed. Now, all eyes were on CommBank today, who announced a bumper half-year profit.
They really were, and it was an astonishing set of numbers from CBA. It might be the best for a while to come, but the bank really putting its best foot forward. We saw NAB and ANZ in the last couple of weeks really seeing margin pressure hurt their numbers, and CommBank reported the same thing. They're seeing significant margin pressure, but their growth was astonishing. They had the best volume growth ever in their history, just a remarkable number, almost double the rate of growth in their business bank than the rest of the big three, or the other big four banks, I suppose you could say. It's been a remarkable number, 17% increase in the dividend, $2 billion being put towards a share buyback, and shares up 5%. That's about as good as shareholders could have hoped.
Amazing to be a banker at the moment. Now, Fortescue Metals has released plans for a $10 billion wind farm in Western Australia's Pilbara region. It's going to be the biggest wind and solar project in Australia.
It is astonishing, isn't it? It will dwarf anything else in the country. And this specifically for Fortescue's own operations up in the Pilbara. It'll also reduce their carbon intensity by about 2/3, which is just a remarkable change. And really goes to show the way that companies are not only embracing the environmental realities, but also the economic ones. Fortescue thinks not only is it good for the environment, good for the corporate image, but also good for the bottom line, as renewables get continually cheaper and they fight against coal, which is looking pretty outdated as the years go past.
And Scott, despite business confidence jumping earlier this week, it seems like consumers are still worried about the future.
Yeah, that was a disappointing number, I have to say. We saw the business confidence number up, but I would have thought, generally speaking, consumer confidence might have actually led business confidence out of the Omicron downturn. It seems the reverse way around. Businesses seeing brighter times ahead, and hopefully that's true across the economy. Consumers not yet convinced that now's the time to open the purses and wallets. That's not great for those businesses who are hoping their own confidence, hoping for people to start spending in their stores. It's a bit chicken and egg, so we'll take one of the two, but preferably we'll see consumer confidence bounce back as well. We need both to be firing if the economy is going to go into full recovery mode.
And finally, Scott, how's Wall Street looking?
Only early days, Kate, but at the moment it looks like a nice gain, just a small gain, probably a couple of tenths of a percent for Wall Street. Fingers crossed that takes their market right through the night and starts us off on the right foot tomorrow morning.
Scott Phillips from Motley. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Kate.